Welcome to another episode of the Bob's Podcast. With you guy, the host of the most about the Pine Yawa, King ECG, and my guy.
Yo, it's your boy Da Vinci. If you don't know, you should already know.
And the Buffalo Kid.
It's your boy Sly, man. Buffalo stand up, man. Rest in peace to Catherine Massey, Aaron Salter, Pearlie Young, Ruth Whitfield, Celestine Cheney, Hayward Patterson, Roberta Drury, Andre McNeil, and Margus Morrison.
For sure. Listen, that was a tragedy, man. We can only hope that the people in Buffalo, especially our people, realize that there's no longer time to allow the police to govern these things. We want to start taking matters into our own hands. You know what I mean? Neighborhood watches and all. You get me? But like it says there, Kyrie gives us a glimpse into his mind state now. So I'm gonna run this clip and we're gonna get it cracking here, okay? So let's go.
We definitely, I feel, would have accomplished a lot more. But again, we go back to climbing that mountain. And when I was going through some of my trials and learning about who I was, it was a lot harder to reconnect to everybody again because I had a lot of questions about the world. What was my place in the world? Not what was my place in the basketball realm. You know, I could be the greatest point guard, be skilled, and I was focused on that for a majority of my basketball life. I just wanted to be one of the best to play. But when I started having questions about my life outside of this, it started to seep in, and I was becoming misunderstood. That's when I started to become misunderstood. Is when I asked for a trade, and everybody didn't realize I was asking for a trade from the Cleveland Cavaliers, but they were like, "Nah, you asking for a trade."
The narrative from LeBron. That's the
narrative.
narrative.
So that narrative was carrying on. Now it's everything that he posts, everything I post is subliminal. Yeah. Everything that we do and everything that we talk about is subliminal. I don't know if people remember, but I had a conversation with LeBron after
you called him
in Boston. I called him. Like, why would you say that in public? Why would you say that in public? I'm like, because y'all stay on my shit about LeBron. About, man, you don't know what it takes. As soon as I ask somebody that's a peer of mine that is respected, that has won in this league, about what it takes to lead a young team to a championship, because that's what he did with us. He was leading us to a championship. I was 22, Shump was 23, my boy Jordan McCray was 23, and then the rest of the guys were like Richard Jefferson, we had
JR.
We had all those guys that were already ready to fill in a role. Yep. I was coming in every day like, yo, I'm better than you. I don't care. Y'all can line up. We go 1v1 right now. Woo. That energy was me every day. So me going against Brown, we played one-on-one one time, by the way. I'm not going to tell y'all who won or lost. No, tell us, bro. We had fun going back and forth. We had fun. I'm not going to talk about who got the better like y'all two, but we had fun back and forth. But I'll close it in like this. You know, I'm a troll, B. Leave it for the speculation. But I definitely feel like if I was in the same maturity level I am now and understanding who I am, and I look back on that time then, we definitely would have won more championships together because there would have been a better man-to-man understanding about what I'm going through. I didn't know how to share my emotions. I didn't know how to do that. So instead of sharing, I isolated myself. And I just started pouring myself more into the game of basketball. And I had one of my better seasons, but I wasn't connecting with everybody as much during our championship year. So 2017 was a different year for us. So when we went against Golden State, we went against a great team. And you're not a great team, and you're not clicking on all cylinders, and together, you're easily defeatable. You're defeated before you get into the arena. We were in those games.
I feel
we definitely could have given them a run for their money, regardless if they had Kev.
My statement I made about Kyrie earlier this year, I'm going to have to publicly apologize for. You know what, my guy? I appreciate you. You're quirky, but I understand a little bit more now. Shouts out to the I Am an Athlete podcast. That's where I got the clip from. We got to get a little bit of Kyrie. Wish we got him on here, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. But I feel what he's saying is true, right? Like I did play into that narrative too. You know what I mean? Yo, you don't want to be with LeBron no more. Oh, what the hell? You know what I mean? I was happy, for my Warriors, but I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to play with LeBron? Like, all right, LeBron, you know what I mean? Dickhead, whatever you want to call him. But go ahead, people, sirs. Let me know what y'all think about this situation or about that clip I played.
Well, I've always appreciated Kyrie. I think Kyrie is an awesome human being. I think he's in tune with himself, man, and he's a man. And people don't like it when you're in tune with yourself and you do not have a puppet master. Um, you know, a lot of people in their life have puppet masters. Doesn't matter who it is, but a lot of people don't like that. They don't understand that. And when you're a strong individual and you stick by your roots, stand by your values, um, people can't handle it. And I think his thing here was genuine. And I think, listen, we've all been there. We've all been young, naive. We've all been, when we used to play sports, we've always thinking we're this and we're thinking we're that. And I think what he said was beautiful and true. Sly?
Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. I feel like Kyrie is not afraid to be human. He's not one of these athletes that are always trying to say the right thing and always trying to be politically correct. He's like, man, sometimes I'm going to say the wrong thing, but hey, it is what it is. You're not going to like what I do, but hey, I'm me. And I respect that so much. Like, I feel like a lot of times when Kyrie, like, speaks, I feel like sometimes he doesn't choose his words correctly, and it's like, it can be perceived the wrong way. But this interview was so candid, and like shout out to the I Am Athlete podcast. Like I think that platform made him feel comfortable because I completely understood everything he said. And usually with Kyrie, it's like I'm like, what is he talking about? Yeah. But I completely understood everything he said this time. And like I'm like, wow, like Kyrie sounded like he put some thought into what he was saying, but it was also didn't come off like mechanical. Like it was everything he said was flowing, and it was like, yo, this is a great interview. Like that was a great interview. And yeah, I feel like I got a better understanding of who Kyrie is and how he thinks, and like I appreciate because I gave him some kind of a little bit of slander too. Like, but now it's like I kind of get it. That's a man right there. That's a man that stand on his. He stand on his on his 10 toes. Like he stands firm. Like right or wrong, whether you agree with it or not, he gonna stand on it. He gonna say how he feel. He gonna say what he wants at the end of the day. Yeah. Even if he's wrong, he gonna be like, maybe I was wrong, but check this out. I feel like this, and I can respect that so much. I feel like that's probably why him and Kobe has such a good bond. I think because they're both like very strong-willed and strong-minded individuals, and like I can respect that. And a side note, Kyrie cooked Bron in that one-on-one. Like, come on, man. Kyrie, you ain't slick, bro. We know you cooked Bron in that one-on-one.
Listen, beautiful words, Sly. Facts there. Listen, but what was I gonna say here? Okay, Kyrie, when he says things, right? He might says things, but by the time we don't see it from him, but by the time it comes from certain platforms, certain companies, certain people, they rehearse his words, right? Do you guys think that plays a factor in it? Right? So now we see the interview here and it was different. It was true. It was raw. Right? We all saw it. Nobody can twist. Nobody can make him look a certain type of different way in this one.
I mean, to be honest, like Sly said, I think he was just more comfortable. He was talking to his peers. He was talking to his people, and he didn't feel like they were asking him questions to get clickbait out of him. They asked him questions about him. Pat Jones brings up, yeah, I see my father get deleted in front of me. And he goes, I wish I could have played the clip, but it was just so much. I didn't have enough time to chop all of it up, and I didn't want to make this episode super long. But He said, I don't know how you deal with it. I feel your pain. He says, I try to talk to the youth and let them know that you have a purpose here. You know what I mean? It may not be right now you figure it out, but it's somewhere along the lines, And he back to what he was saying about basketball. I fully understand and respect him for saying basketball is not the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you're doing business, people don't care about your feelings. They really don't. And that's why I went after Kyrie. I didn't go after Kyrie because he wanted a vaccine. I don't care what you want to do with that. You played a basketball game with Kevin Durant. You played with the Nets. And now, like I said again with the Cavs, him going back and finding his own tribe and learning about himself, and like he said, he had questions about the world. Of course, he's gonna look like he's disinterested in playing with these guys. And you know what? It probably took for him to go to Brooklyn before he realized what he was doing. Because in Boston, he was doing the same thing, trying to find himself. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say, Kyrie, shout out to you. I am athlete. Respect that platform as well. I got a better understanding from the whole interview. Go ahead, check them out on YouTube. I am the athlete. I feel like Kyrie has set the record straight for everybody. So now, from now on, if you have some slander about him, it better be about basketball and leave everything else alone. You know what I'm saying? Yep. You guys have anything else you want to add to this?
No, that's my boy, man. Kyrie, man. That's my boy.
I know you're wearing the Nets gear, but y'all got swept this year, though.
Hey, listen, man. I'm a Kyrie and a KD lifer, man. I'm a lifer. I got life with them.
I feel you. But yo, it's your guy, King ECG, the host of the Most Multiplying Yawa, and the Buffalo Kid.
It's your boy Sly, man. Buffalo, man. Stand up, man. Stay dangerous, man. No fear.
And my guy.
Yo, it's your boy Da Vinci. Yo, shout out to my daughter, Kiara. I love her. You know what I'm saying?
Girl dad.
Yeah, shout out to my boy.
All the girl dads.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out.
Absolutely. You know what it is.
Hey, people, give us that HBO special, okay? Like, comment, subscribe. We are on Spotify and Apple Music now, so check us out all the way over there. You get the content, the CD, get it on YouTube over there. You get me?